You want to give yourself enough time. That could be a month, 2 months, 3 months. Learn at your own pace, which means you have more time to discover, more capacity to understand, more capacity to be able to question.
It says -4.
Yeah.
So guys, can you
Move the whole graph down by 4. That's it.
When you learn something, it's not about just trying to memorize it. You have to understand it.
Move all of this graph one space to the left. Oh my god. So what coordinate is moving?
Oh, so it's -1, 2, 0, 0, 3, 4, 4, 0.
In this video, I'm going to go through 4 big mistakes to avoid if you are a GCSE, A level, and even a university student. So let's get straight into it. The first big mistake to avoid is leaving everything last minute. Look, we've all done it. I've done it. When we have deadlines where we have 3-4 weeks, we think about it as like, we've got time. I'll do it 1 week before, 2 days before. That's all good. But the problem with that is you've got to be careful with pressure, especially when there's too much to do, too much to practice, too much questions to do, too much learning to do. You don't want to be in a predicament where because you've got so much things to do, you can't now be able to process it. The pressure's getting to you, the stress is getting to you to the point that you can't even focus. You can't concentrate. There are people that are able to do this last minute where they're able to withhold the pressure and just get on with it, but that's far and in between. Not everyone is like that. And the problem with also leaving things last minute is that you're not organized. Everything that you are learning and trying to understand is going to be all crammed up. If you don't understand what you're doing, if you don't understand what you are learning, when they ask you questions in a different way, you're not going to have the bandwidth or capacity to be able to understand it because you've only had a very limited amount of time to revise those topics or those questions or understanding the subject. So you want to give yourself enough time. That could be a month, 2 months, 3 months. Learn at your own pace, which means you have more time to discover, more capacity to understand, more capacity to be able to question why this works that way, which means that your level of understanding is a lot deeper. Your depth of understanding is a lot deeper compared to someone who's trying to revise 1 week before the exam and trying to cram everything in. Don't leave it last minute because you are going to deal with the pressure. The pressure will come. No matter what you think, the pressure is going to come even when you revise. So imagine when you haven't revised and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got to cram everything in. Yes, there is an argument where you can say, because I've got so much going on and I've got to get all this stuff done, I can't think about pressure. That's fine. But if you know you're not that type of person, you can't handle that, don't leave everything last minute, which means that, okay, if you've learned a new topic today, go home and learn it, go home and understand it, go home and do questions. Don't leave it like, okay, you know what, I'm going to revise 1 month before the exam, I've done it today, that's fine. No, if you learn like a new maths topic and you need practice, go and practice the questions today so that it holds in your brain and you're able to understand it and remember it. See, when you learn something, it's not about just trying to memorize it, right? You have to understand it, especially when you're trying to get good marks and get high marks. Yes, there's certain subjects where you can memorize and get by, but things like maths, physics, even maybe chemistry as well, you have to understand what you're doing, because if you don't understand it, if they give you a question in a different dimension and you don't understand the topic, then how are you going to answer that? So make sure you give yourself enough time to learn, understand, and practice. And if you don't know how to make a timetable and you need to make a timetable, I made a video on that where you can check that out as well. So first big mistake to avoid is don't leave it last minute.
Okay, graph transformation. So there's going to be some rules that you'll need to know. So make sure you copy these rules because this is what you're going to be going back to and using. Anyone done this in school?
No.
Excellent. No. You stay there. No, you don't need to go there. It's okay.
Right?
Sometimes in life, when something is not broken, you
Fix it.
You don't fix it if it's not broken. Okay, everyone got it? Copy this down. And then I will show an example of how. It's a very easy topic. It's not hard. It's just moving left, up, right, down, stretch, squeeze.
Squeeze.
You'll see. You'll see.
What you say?
What was that?
I heard that. You're like squeeze.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You like squeeze?
The sweets and then the juice come out.
Well, you said who says you can't jump on the wall? You. Was it you?
I can.
You taller than him?
Yes.
No, you're not.
Yes, I'm
Stand
so
up.
much taller.
Stand up.
Nah,
No, stand up. I just want to stand.
Stand up,
You're
stand
taller.
Huh?
You're taller.
Stand up.
Okay, just stand up there. You stand up.
Why is your bum wet?
What we're gonna do is I'm going to draw a graph for each one and I'm going to show you the transition of the coordinates A, B, and C and what the new coordinates are. So the reason why we're going to draw a graph for each of them is because that's how you're going to do it in the exam, and also you're going to see how the coordinates move. The graph shape doesn't change. The only thing that's going to change is the coordinates. The shape of the graph stays the same throughout all of these questions. It's just a shift in the coordinate. The coordinate can go left, right, up, down. Make sense? Right? So the first one is saying y equals f of x plus 1. So based on the rules, where do I go? Left, right, up, or down?
Left.
Why?
Because it says left.
Why?
Because you have to move to the left by a x direction.
Okay, so how many spaces do I move to the left here?
One.
One. So what will be my c coordinate? We're going to a fantastic start. So I've shifted the whole graph one space to the left. God told me to. F of x plus 1. Look at the translation.
Yeah.
So that's the rule.
Is that it?
That's it. That's it. That's why I say this topic is quite easy. It's just you need to know the rules. That's all. This is all, as the topic says, graph transformation. Moving up, left, right, down, stretch, squeeze.
Whoa.
Are you getting 3-3?
Yeah, it would be 3-3. Exactly.
For B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I
For
take
C.
it back. Yeah, you're right. Yes, Chris is right. Everyone give him a round of applause so he feels better.
Well, no, that's-
Can you see the graph stays the same? It's just the coordinates that changes. That's it. What are you? Which coordinate are you timesing by half? The x or the y?
the y.
Y. You're stretching everything by y, not the x. So what would be
Which
my?
one is x and which one is
Oh dear God.
See.
Sorry, people that are watching this show at this moment. This is a slight technical difficulty, and some
Yeah,
of
so
you
it's
don't
just
know
been
what the
3
x
and then a
y
half.
I won't mention any names. Y equals f of half of x. Which rule would we use here? Now, I'm going to explain this one.
Reflection in y-axis.
No,
Reflection in x-axis.
Oh.
absolutely not.
But that's the only ones that include y.
No, it is not.
So what's the point of this if it's the same graph every time?
Because what they want, the whole point is for you to figure out what the new coordinates are. The
Who's
graph.
they?
Huh?
You said they won.
The gods.
Why?
Do you guys remember mirror? Mirror?
A mirror.
Like when you put mirror, you see the reflection on the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
So-
what it is.
If it says reflection in the y-axis, doesn't that mean here? This is my mirror line. Look, the red here.
Where?
Are you colorblind?
Oh,
Where are
I
you
didn't
looking
see
at?
it.
I'm
I
looking
didn't
here.
see it. It's too easy.
You know, sometimes Amari, for someone to push you, you need to hear someone say it's easy. But I'm gonna start giving harder questions as we go.
You sound like one of them. You know those car adverts on TV? And they're just driving through some icy mountain and they've got stupid motivational quotes. In the background.
Thank you.
The second biggest mistake to avoid is focusing on your strongest subject. It's nice when you know something. It's nice when you're able to understand it and do the questions. That's not a problem, that's great. But a lot of people, even the students that I teach, tend to make the mistake where they just focus on the strongest topics because it makes them feel good about themselves. Look, you understand it. You know how to do it. Why are you wasting your time on it? You should be focusing on the topics that you struggle with. You should be focusing on the subjects that you struggle with. Weaker subjects, weakest topics. If you know and if you master the topic and the subject, then you understand it. You're wasting time by doing it again. Like there's no need for you to revise. There's no need for you to do more questions and understand it because it's already there. You cracked it. So instead of focusing on the stronger subject because it makes you feel good, focus on your weaker subjects where it makes you feel like shit. I know this sounds a bit harsh, but focus on those things because the weakest subjects and the weakest topics is what you need to work on, is what you need to focus on to get the grades, to get your overall average up. There's no point of doing something that you're already good at. It's like, you know a maths topic, you know how to answer this maths question. So what, you're gonna do it again and again and again to make you feel good? It gets boring after a while. It's like, okay, I need something more challenging. I need to focus on things that I'm not good at. And that's the mentality that you need to shift on. Don't look at it as, oh, you know, it's gonna make me feel bad because I don't know. Look at it as, okay, this is growth for me and I can learn from this. I can try and really understand where I'm going wrong. Why am I struggling with this? And try and make that into a strength. Look at it like that, because the moment you make that into a strength, that good feeling factor that you had in the other subject and topic, you'll get it from there. But it's just going to require a bit more work for you to get to that level. And that bit more work for you to get to that level could be the difference between a B and an A, or an A or an A star. So make sure you focus on the weaker subjects, list them out from the top, like the top weaker subjects that you struggle with in terms of the lowest grades that you had, put that at the top and work from the top. So if, for example, chemistry is your weaker subject, so like that's the grade that you got the lowest in, start with chemistry. If maths is your strongest subject, put that right at the end, because you don't need maths, you know it, you understand it. But the weakest one is the ones you should focus on and give more time to.
Well, it's going to be very difficult for you to figure.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. Severely ill. Life and destiny has been decided.
So do you think your time has come to die?
You never know. It might.
Okay, wait till I finish my A-level.
Anyone can. This is so deep.
Well, the class is deep.
No, this conversation.
You're the one who started it.
You're the one that started it.
Actually, that's true. I did. Don't worry. I have eight sketches that you need to do for this graph.
What? So you're bugging.
I don't have bugs. Huh? Sorry, someone's laughing like a hyena here. I can't hear it. So what? I got absolutely whooped. See, me and my brother were absolute rowdies. And
What did you do? Wake up on me late?
no, we played wrestling, broke the bed. My brother was more heavier than me as usual, so he would be able to pick me up, throw me in the bed. And, you know, in the bed you have wooden panels that supports the mattress. So me and my brother broke it. So what we did is we got some suitcases to cover the bottom, so that you know. But then obviously once we get found out what happens, I don't know about you guys, but when the drawers comes out of the kitchen in a very intense manner, you know you're gonna get beats. That sound is a very... Nah, rolling pin is nothing. The other times is she'll get our school uniform and throw it on the road. Because we don't put it in the cupboard properly. Like, we don't...
That's good, because then you don't have to go to school.
No.
Yeah. Live for 1B, yeah?
Yeah.
It says -4.
Yeah.
So that's...
Move the whole graph down by 4. That's it. What was the topic called? Sorry, what was the topic called? What was I saying? What's the what was the graph called? No. What was the coordinates, please, for number 9? Why do you like 9?
A.
Chris,
What?
you were just telling Aaron that he doesn't understand. You got everything wrong there.
The third big mistake to avoid is not doing enough practice questions. It's all nice when you know the theory about something and you can recite it and you can, in a way, just share it and explain it with your friends. But that's half the story. That's half the work. You then need to go and apply the theory in how to basically answer the questions. It's like this, right? You can learn all the theory about driving theory. You can learn all about it, like how to maneuver, how to do parallel parking, how to signal, everything. But if you're not there in the real world and taking that in practical terms, actually driving the car, your theory is useless. It means nothing. It's just all there, but you're not applied it in the real world application. That's the same analogy that I want you to look at with this. It's like you can learn all the theory, but if you're not doing enough practice questions, it's useless because you're not really testing what you've learned. So now you might be thinking, okay, so how do I know if I've done enough practice questions? Well, listen, start with a set number of questions you want to do per day. It could be like 5, 10 questions, right? And if you're getting it wrong, it means that you need to do more questions. That's a good indicator of how much questions you should do. So if, for example, you do 10 questions and out of that 10 questions, you get, let's say 5 right, so you get 50%. There's a bit of work that you need to do, which means you need to do more questions to get that 50% up. Now, if you're getting 80%, it just basically means the questions are a bit too easy and you need to challenge yourself. So these are all just things that you can monitor yourself, right? If you're doing enough questions and you're getting it right, challenge it, like make it harder. If you're not getting the questions right and you're getting more wrong, you need to do more questions. Because the thing with questions, right? I don't know if people say this, but I'll share it from my personal experience when I teach the students and when I've done it myself, is that when you get questions right, you get confidence. Your confidence builds, right? You become a bit more, oh wow, like for example, you've done a maths question and you got it right. How does that make you feel? It makes you feel good because yes, I got this right. And now it gives you that momentum to go and do the next question and then the next question. And when you're able to have that instant feedback, it's a great learning curve because now you know you got that question right and now you want to do more. And that's the way you're building that momentum and confidence about yourself, but at the same time understanding the topic. Now, if you're getting the questions wrong, okay, cool, I got it wrong. Instant feedback, all right? I've done the question, I got it wrong. Okay, cool. Where did I go wrong? Okay, let me learn that again. Okay, let me look at this, let me look at that. Okay, and then let me reapply again. Okay, let me do another question. Oh yes, I got it right, cool. Now let me do another. This is how you do it. You don't just read a book and just read theory and think like, oh, I know everything. It's useless. You're not gonna get anywhere with that, right? Understand this, I'm always about action. Once you learn something, how do you go apply it? How do you go and now use that information that you learn to apply? And that comes from doing questions. Start doing questions. Don't leave it till last minute because your teacher said, oh, we've got enough time. Forget about that. If you learn something, go and do the questions. That could be exam questions, that could be practice questions, that could be just exercises. Go and apply it, because the moment you apply it straight away, you will retain it in your brain a lot quicker as opposed to just reading the theory and just leaving it like that.
X moves, not Y. Y stays the same. Remember when Amari told you to move and then you move the chair instead of you moving yourself? Remember that? That's also caught. Move all of this quad one space to the left.
So I just take it and put it here.
Oh my god. So what coordinate is moving?
Oh, so it's -1, 2, 0, 0, 3, 4, 4, 0. Oh, sorry, 5.
Yeah. What'd you get for C, Sienna?
It's probably wrong.
What's that ringtone?
Sean, it's my brother's ringtone. Of course, an old phone.
Amari,
Yeah.
where's your bag? Show me. Put it in. Close it. Put it in, put the phone in, I can see. Put the phone in. Take your bag up, take your bag up so we can see. Give it to Hayward.
Oh. Yeah, Chris, you got hand my bag.
Hayward, put it on the other side. Tell me what you got for D. Sienna, where's your bag?
No, because someone called me.
Where's your
Just
bag?
checking who called me.
Where's your bag?
I was just checking who called me.
I need to see your bag.
Can I give it to Banshee?
Yeah, give it to Manchi.
Yeah, not Mario.
Eventually give it to
What
Hayward.
would that have done?
Hayward, put it in.
So, I reckon you should
Everyone's bag's gonna be over there.
Where's your phone?
In the bag.
Show me.
There's in the bag.
Put it in.
There's
That's your calculator.
Give it to me, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so stand up.
What is on the pocket?
What's that? There's a little bulge there. The rectangular bulge? What's the other one there? Take it out? Oh. Okay.
What's that?
Put that in the back. Okay, close it. Give it to Mana. Mari, give it to Hayward. Don't use your phone.
We never play games, it's not fun.
It's a maths class. Is it meant to be fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. As I said before, the test will be random. If you're not studying, if you're not working, that test will reveal a lot of things.
The fourth big mistake to avoid is comparing yourself with other people. It's very easy to feel demotivated when you're looking at your grade and where your level is at compared to someone who's doing better than you, because you look at them and be like, oh my gosh, this person is smart, this person is clever, I've done this but it's not working, I'm just stupid, I'm dumb. It's very easy to do that. And comparison will also be done in other aspects of your life. This is just one aspect. As humans, we tend to naturally compare ourselves with other people so we can, establish where we are in the hierarchy, and it gives us a validation to know that we are better than that person. But the problem that comes when you're comparing yourself with these other people is that you are essentially comparing apples and oranges. And let me explain. You don't know the other person's circumstances. You don't know the other person's environment. You don't know the other person's way of working, how their brain works, how they're able to retain and learn information. You are different. So you're comparing yourself with someone else who's probably completely different to the way you are. How can you compare? It's invalid. You should be comparing yourself with how you were 1 month ago, 2 months ago, a year ago. See the improvement. Have you improved from the person that you were before? That's the comparison that you want to make, not someone else who's doing better than you. Okay, if they're doing better than you, and what? So what? Who cares? Fine, okay, it makes you feel bad. Okay, go and do something about it. Like, don't just wallow in pity and play this victim mode thinking that, oh, everyone is better than me and you know what, I'm just stupid. God didn't give me the gift. Okay, he didn't give you the gift. So what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna moan, or you're gonna do something about it and actually put the work in? If it means that you have to put 2-3 times the amount of work, so be it and do it. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, it's not the person that you are, it's what you do, right? Your actions mean everything. Just because you're not good enough doesn't mean that you should stop. Doesn't mean that you should just give up. Look, I'll tell you this from experience. Like, I'm not someone who is able to understand everything so quickly. Now, you look at me when I'm teaching maths, a lot of people will look like, oh wow, how does he know all this stuff? Practice. I just learned my craft so well where I don't even need to use books anymore. That's because I put the hours, I put the time, I put the effort, I put the consistency. There are other people that probably are better than me. So what? I don't care. It doesn't change my life. As long as I focus on what I need to do and what I need to do to improve and grow and still constantly challenge myself, that's all that matters. I don't care what anyone else is doing. Yes, you want to kind of benchmark yourself maybe to see, okay, where your level is at, but that's all it should be. Other than that, you shouldn't be going deep into the comparison because it's going to bring you down. And when it brings you down, you're not going to be in the mindset to work and focus. So remove those comparisons, remove those people that will come in your face and say, oh, I got a great A star. What did you get? Just ignore them. Just say, oh, that's nice. Thank you. Great. Thanks for sharing. Bye. Move on. That's it. Because there are some people that are just going to wind you up just for the sake of winding you up. But you don't need to be in close proximity with those people. So remember, just do you. Focus on you. You don't need to be looking at what anyone else has got or what they are doing. As long as you focus on your journey and the grades that you want to achieve, then that's all that matters. And as long as you're putting the work, you have a timetable, you're staying consistent and you're putting the effort, trust me, automatically you would not want to be comparing yourself with other people. You wouldn't be able to comprehend because you don't care anymore. Like you don't have the capacity for that. My capacity is just focused on my work. You just don't give a damn anymore. That's what will happen when you focus on yourself. And when you look at yourself and the person that you are becoming compared to the person that you were a month and 2 months ago, and you can see the growth, you'll be like, wow, I want more of that. I want more of that. And as you want more and more and more, you're only going to improve and grow. So don't compare, focus on yourself, and make sure you do the work.
Let's go, come on.
I just want to get something out of my bag.
Oh, you can use the phone's calculator on Kia that you were just showing. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Kaya. You're ever so helpful as a friend then. Honesty is the best. Thank you. When we have friends like Kaya that always...
Smart guy. Why is this guy dropping everything?
Why is he dropping it when I'm about to say my punchline? Oh my gosh.
So your floor's all scratched.
Yeah, because of you.
Okay, we'll finish for today.
So to summarize, number 1, don't leave everything last minute. Number 2, don't focus on your strongest subjects, focus on your weakest subjects. Number 3, do a lot of practice questions and don't just focus on the theory. And number 4, don't compare yourself with other people. Everything starts from zero. When are you going to start? Peace.